Hey, Shalom, welcome to Rakam Akapash from Jim Islam, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chakwadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of Jim, and Shalom out there to the hope for the expression of truth and all sincerity. Back with another quick video. Just want to quickly speak on, the second earthquake that hit Turkey, Syria, right? And also the other train that derailed in in Ohio, right? It seemed like the Lord got side against them at this moment in time, right? The Lord not letting up on them. After the Lord already sent an earthquake here in Syria, Turkey, and killed, was it 40,000 plus people, right? The Lord hitting it again with more earthquakes and more people are dying. And this is why we teach the fear of the Lord, man, the terror of the Lord, man, because the Lord is not a power to be played around with, man. He is the God of the whole earth. And everybody's lives is in the Lord's hands, right? And it ain't by no other god, none of these idols out here, man. It's the Lord, our power, the Lord power of Israel, Yahweh, right? And right now the Lord is bringing judgment upon the earth. We're coming into the end times, man, and the Lord's gonna bring great instability in the world, great death and great mourning, okay, with plagues and famines and all kinds of judgment, man. And then like I said, Lord ain't giving Turkey a rest right this minute. All right, as you see here from the articles, Turkey hit by two more powerful earthquakes 2 weeks after the disaster. Says Turkey earthquake, deadly new tremor traps people under rubble. 3 dead after Turkey hit by 6.4 magnitude earthquake 2 weeks after the disaster. Pardon me, right? So this one was of a smaller level, I believe, 6.4. And but still, destructive and deadly. And if 3 people died from this one, right? 6 killed. The Lord's bringing judgment towards Turkey and that. And we'll see. These derailments, man, and all of a sudden there's all these derailments now. It sounds like the more and more derailments are happening all of a sudden after this the Ohio Palestine one, with the chemicals and that, right? The Lord is making trains derail, right? And yeah, let's say the spirits are out here, man, doing their bidding, what they're being told to do, creating disasters and so quote unquote accidents and whatever, man, to have knock-on effects, on the global scale or even on a local scale, all adds towards the prophecy of the Lord ultimately. All right, but yeah, you got another train derailed. I'm pretty sure there's been more in other places. All right, but yeah, they're not getting a let up right now. It's like I ain't feeling too well right now, but hopefully that'll get better soon. But yeah, what ain't gonna get better though is the state of this world, man. This world is completely utterly screwed, man. All right, the Lord is breaking this kingdom apart, Esau's kingdom apart bit by bit. Judgment by judgment, crisis by crisis. Because in the Greek, the word crisis, okay, they spell it with a K, like Mortal Kombat, all right? They spell it with a K, right? It means judgment, all right? And the WEF, these elites, man, they all talking about polycrisis and perma crisis and crises and all this type of business, man. Because that's the time we're living in. That is the time we're living in, man. And more, let's say, more death, more pain, more anguish, is going to take place. 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 47 says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringing forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of a birth great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child coming forth they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Right? So the Lord is not letting off the gas. Right? The Lord is constantly bringing judgments and the plagues and all types of things against the inhabitants of the earth. Okay, against this kingdom. Okay, to the intent that, like we keep telling you, eventually this place is gonna go down. All right, and you people out there worried about UAPs and UFOs and whatever, man. Yeah, well, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out all about them soon, right? When our Lord Yahweh Shai returns, okay, with the angels, man, and they're not gonna be. It's not gonna be like how you've seen them in the past, where you might have caught a glimpse and then they disappear and all that kind of stuff. No, they're gonna be up in your face, right? They're gonna be in the face of the whole world, and the world is gonna tremble in fear at the glory and the power of Yahweh Shai and the heavenly host, man. Because right now the angels and the spirits and that they're out here doing their thing, causing things to happen, certain events to take place. That's what the spirits are created for, man. All right, so they're out here doing their job, mostly covert. You don't really see them, you know. But in that day, when they return with Yahweh Shai, man, they're gonna be all up in your faces, man. And there ain't gonna be no denying what's going on, right? And you ain't gonna be under no force, presumption that these things are aliens from another planet and blah 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 blah, right? It's gonna be, as we've been teaching here at Great Millstone, okay, the angels of the Lord, okay, beings with immense power, all right, that you have no hope in hell of defeating, all right. All of this is divine, okay. Everything that's taking place is divine. Prophecy is taking place, right? It's all the will of the Heavenly Father that's taking place right now. you know and nothing and nobody can do anything about that. All right. This is from Sirach chapter 39 verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, right, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Okay, the Most High made all spirits, left hand and right hand sides, right? They're both at work, you know doing what they were been assigned to do. All right. It says fire and hell and famine, right, and death. All these were created for vengeance, and there's going to be a lot of that coming in the earth, man. It's the teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Right? They're going to seek out all the wicked, man, and punish them. Have them suffering, man. Have them put to death. Because not everybody's going to be put to death, man, but someone's going to be go through a fucking ordeal, man. Some are going to go through some life-changing experiences, right? Not even some of them. They're all going to go through life-changing experiences, man. If they ain't getting put to death, right? They're gonna take that into the kingdom with them, a life-changing experience. When I say into the kingdom, man, I'm talking about in chains, man. In chains, because the kingdom is not for the heathen, to enjoy and to rule and stand side by side by God's children. Okay, that's just not how it is. But yeah, you're gonna be around, but you're gonna be over there in the field somewhere, working out the best way to to extract iron ore and all this kind of stuff. All right. But yeah, man. All right. So that's what's coming upon the earth, right? It says verse 31 says, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, right? So these spirits, these angels and demons, whatever you want to call them, right? Whoever it is coming to do the business, right? They're sitting there waiting to be utilized, right? To turn over that train, right? To set off the earthquake. Okay, they'd be waiting, man, to collapse a building on top of a family. boy, man, these spirits can be terrible, man. Right? And it's not a joke, but hey, Whatever the Lord command them to do, man, they're doing it, man. No matter how heinous it might sound, man. Because in that 30,000, 40,000 people that got killed in the earthquake, man. Or I'd like to know. There might even be an article, maybe, but I'd like to know how many children, were among those numbers. Okay, but just know the Lord did that. Okay, the Lord sanctioned the deaths of those children. Right? The Lord is terrible, man, and you're gonna find out how terrible He is, man, and you're gonna find out the true extent of the punishment for wickedness, man. Okay, you're gonna find out. Okay, and suddenly what we've been saying isn't gonna sound so bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's gonna sound completely reasonable in that day. All right, because you don't want the Lord's wrath to come upon you, man. And this is what we try to tell you, try to warn you for all these years, man. Keep going over the stories of the flood of Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, come on, people. You know what I mean? Man, you're hard of learning, man. You're hard of learning, man. And it seems like human nature or humans or whatever, man. They just insisted on learning the hard way. Right, and that's how you're gonna learn, is it, in the end, right? You're gonna have to learn it this hard way. It would have been easier just to listen, but men don't believe, right? Men don't believe the power of the Lord. Men don't believe the terribleness of the Lord. So, hard way it is. All right. So they shall rejoice in His commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress His word. Right? These angels, these spirits, they ain't gonna have no change of heart, man. Okay, it ain't gonna be like that movie. What was that movie called? I think it was called like Legion or something like that. Right? And I don't know. It must be some end of the world type movie, and the angel Michael was coming down to protect some child in the end of the days or something like that, and Gabriel was in it as well, and Michael and Gabriel's end up fighting because they had conflict of opinions on what should be done. I think Michael wanted to go against what he was ordered to do or something like that. So you know what I mean? Michael ain't gonna have no change of heart, man. You know what I'm saying? The angels ain't gonna have no change of heart, and it's like, this is kind of bad. I feel sorry for these. No, ain't no one feeling sorry for you, man. Not one person in heaven is gonna feel sorry for you, man. Demon or angel, left that or right hand side. No one gonna feel bad, all right, about what's happening to you heathens and to Esau and to even 2/3 of our people, man. The wicked of our people, man. Ain't no one gonna feel bad. All right. They're here just to do a job, and they're gonna do it, okay, with no complications. All right. Okay. This is Isaiah 29 verse 6. It says, thou shalt be visited the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and flame of devouring fire. Okay, like I said, we see the earthquakes and that. Okay, they're gonna be fire. It's been the fires. It'll be great. It'll be greater fires, man. Especially when America gets nuked. Okay, you're gonna see the grandest of fires. All right, the whole earth is gonna see that. Okay. So yeah, this is the Lord visiting, visiting Ohio, man, and visiting Turkey, Syria, visiting these places, man. And this is what happens. And we'll close up on this. Is Isaiah 66 verse 15. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with His chariots like a whirlwind, to render His anger with fury and His rebuke with flames of fire. Right. So the Lord, when Yahweh Shai turns up with the chariots, man, guess what they're going to be doing? Like I said, man, it's going to be all up in your face. Right, America's going to be getting nuked, and these angels, man, they're going to be burning, setting their own fire against it, man. Okay, laser beaming the place up. All right. It says, for by fire and by a sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. The Lord ain't playing around, man. The death toll in these latter days, man, is gonna be great, to say the least. Right, unknown amount of deaths are gonna take place. Right, greater than anything that a man could put his mind back to. You know, in terms of number. You know, there's gonna be death all around the world, man. You know, by all these various means the Most High has at his disposal. You know, be it through plague, be it through famine, you know, be it through war, be it through earthquake, whatever. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of death in this earth real soon. All right, and these numbers that we see here, in, in Turkey or whatever, man, they're just small numbers, realistically. You know, even the C-19, small numbers. You know, even though people make a fuss about these numbers globally and that kind of stuff, they're going to be a drop in the water compared to what Lord's the total tally in these latter days, right? That the Lord is going to rack up. All right. It says, for by fire and by a sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right. So I'm going to end it there, man. Lord willing, it's edifying. It's just as a quick one. And yeah, I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. So next time I say shalom.